in a rat race. Collective security for surety. Political violence, they are city. Yeah. Don't involve Rasta in your sese. Because Rasta don't work for no CIA. Sons of the man Robert Nesta Marley. You understand me? In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty, rat race. What a disgrace to see the human race. Why do we keep returning to Bob Marley? Let me tell you exactly why. Bob Marley soaked up philosophies of Leonard P. Howell, Martin McLennan, and Alexander Butler. Three of the and Marcus Garvey. Four of the early stalwarts in the dichotomy of Jamaica's spiritual and political identity. Bob Marley became what we would call the broken record of our collective consciousness. It was being postulated through these major figures, the Leonard P. Howell, the Alexander Bedford, the Marcus Garvey, and the Martin O'Planners. These people had an understanding of deep retention of the African genius in our experience here in the West. Their philosophies made it through into the music of the Trench Town rock generation. That dreadlock, ganja smoking, rebellion, self-determination, self-determinism. Politics in Jamaica wasn't always about, just about, red and green or, the differences between the two political parties. Politics had this deep social meaning, it had religious and historical connotation. I remember a black man in 1935 strike, 1938 worker incursion that led to the foundation of the Boston Anti-Industrial Trade Union, and all these things. Politics in Jamaica had activism. It had soul, breath, and depth of personality and person. Now it has come to, as we have, low standards in economic growth. We are controlled by IMF, World Bank, WTO. These are acronyms of world structures that Anya, let's be honest, they are more integral to a life in Jamaica than red and green. Am I right or am I right? How you see that?
Yeah, you mean like commercial banks and all that?
Yeah, the multinationals.
Because really, they're above the government. They, in a sense, own the government. Which, if that's the case, then what do you do? Because everything then, everything would then be driven by capital.
Which is currently we're going to hear on a platform right now, politically, a leader coming up on a platform and talking about our collective destiny as a people is dependent upon our heritage and our culture. Where are we going to hear that on a platform? That's not going to come out on a platform. What's going to come out on a platform is your food basket has gotten to be this big or that big. And I want to know we can stretch the dollar a little further. How much more can we eat and stretch out of the seemingly non-maneuverable monetary system in Jamaica? When these multinationals, these central banks, which these big bloody loans.
God, loans. I hate seeing those billboards. Loans. Hey, credit union. That's just destruction. That's demolition.
Yeah, we've got a culture where all people, let's be honest, we're looking outside. And if we're trained to look outside,
exactly.
We're not going to look inside.
It's training to look outside and always be like, as soon as you get my US visa, so I go there, whatever, and then you get your citizenship or your green card or whatever, you're going to marry somebody, or, but it's always like, hey, let's try and head out. And so you're going to have some of our best minds heading out and staying out and being like, I love being Jamaican all the way in Germany. And so they don't really do anything as part of the diaspora, and they're just kind of over there, like, repping the Jamaican heritage hard, that's the irony, is that they're up there and they're like, yeah, backyard, and I used to do this and that, and they just love up Jamaica, and the people love to see them love it up, the people love Jamaica to, like, the foreigners. But what do you do? What do you do from back here? You go back to your high
And at the same time, if you're just joining us, here on the XXLZoneRadioMediaZone.com. This is Jerome Butler.
And Anya.
And we are on Our View, and we're just sharing our views on politics and Jamaican people. So not leaving out those people who are saying, yeah, we live in the diaspora, and we send money home. Not only do we send money home, but we come home as medical doctors and lawyers and professionals, and we add value to our society. So I'm saying to those people, you do understand. But what I'm alluding to is, I would say, hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans where patriotism for them is just to keep your ass warm in a cold-ass country. Because you know that you ain't done nothing for your nation. You ain't know what nation it is in destiny. So you're just another society. And a lot of those people, if you ask them, they're so wrapped up, very cozily, into their adopted culture that sometimes they swing low statements right back at us here in Jamaica and say such crap about we're an island of beggars, when we've been depreciated by the loss of our heritage, which is you. How are we denying that? You are our heritage. Let us not be pissing about it. Millions and hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans being in these societies outside of Jamaica, you are our bloody heritage. You are part of us, the part that is necessary to keep us not just sublimely on course, but mentally and physically on course. Yes, Usain Bolt will come and lift your egos up. But every Usain Bolt starts out as a nameless little kid in Jerome, St. Andrew. God knows where it's in this 144 square miles by 95 square miles. However they give it to us. But let's be honest. These are issues which are in the construct of politics. That here are people which are the minority. We have agreed that all of us will lead ourselves and come out and say we're all, political party, though the Constitution does give us the right. An independent can run and represent, anybody can. But the essence is where governance is construed and constructed. It's the bad boys and the bad girls club. They've got their clubs. To club your, you're knocking if you try to knock in yourself through your
they could all be under the same umbrella, but you just create the opposing teams to get the people.
Them under the same umbrella, big. The only difference is who are one. The umbrella, I will so I say, I might go and keep the umbrella. Next time I'll keep the umbrella. This is the same umbrella. This is who's holding the umbrella. And who's holding the umbrella by your head? Ultimately, before we get out of here, we'll put it back to you. Who's under the umbrella of wealth and prosperity over here? Who is there interfering? Are you along the political elites and political structure to really have you on the treadmill, going without control and continuity?
And then because of this whole conglomerate takeover of the whole planet, essentially, where everything is about the economy, how can roots and culture and heritage be a selling point? Because everything must be sold, because everything is about money. So how does it work in a way that is favorable for people who want money in their pockets, the people who dictate everything, and then for the progression of the heritage so that the people, will stop being poor and fed up and will progress in a way where everybody succeeds, utopia. Because I don't think we'll reach it necessarily, but the aspiration and effort put into trying to reach it is what will drive us forward.
Well, definitely. I love that, and I'm a believer. I'm not a pessimist, so I ultimately believe in the overcoming of a lot of these issues for us as a people. I do believe that we will fix the structures that plague us in Jamaica. I do believe that currently there's a generation that has enough understanding of what it wants. It's just not engaging that understanding completely politically yet. Because I believe that this current generation has been looking upon their parents' generation and what they've dealt with politics and have felt not enough value as yet. I think they are young 20-some-year-olds that are just coming into their early 30s. I am of the middle 30s, so I am a little bit ahead of that generation in that I too understand enough of what politics is so as not to be naive about it in terms of I'm not full with all the idealistical premise that maybe some was espoused in the 70s that couldn't really fit us here. But let's be honest, Singapore came here and took a module from off of us and Now they're one of the most wealthy material countries in Asia.
Man.
So we've had good principles. We've had good economic ideologies. We've had a good political structure. Even look at our election system. The second in this program, we look at our election machine, right? And this is a preamble to that program. Let me be very clear. As I work within the electoral system, as one of the supervisors in the election day matter, I must say, our political system, coming through 1944 to now, has been one of the most developed. And during most elections in the Caribbean, believe it or not, Jamaica is one of the reference countries. Yeah, I do mean that. We are, even as far as the Guyana and Latin American countries, believe it or not, Jamaica is one of the reference points as to how to run an effective election campaign and to galvanize the people in such a manner that the political process, both on a bipartisan level, is to the point where it is on par with none other. So it is one of the most premier political election machine.
In what way? How?
In how it mobilizes the process of election, the gathering of the people to the polls, in terms of the conferences, the open meeting.
Campaigning.
Yes, the campaigning, and also in the taking of the vote, the one man, one vote, same man, same vote. Jamaica has great integrity in that department. What am I saying that to say? We were talking about politics. I'm saying that to say this as we expound on it in the next program, which we term the political machinery, the election machinery, as we're getting into the zone or the time now of the great political rhetoric. Everybody expects in Jamaica this year is going to be a political election, right? There's going to be a general election or a local government election, right? So the election machine is high. So Jamaica's electoral processes is on par with the finest in the world. And there's practically no election in this region that we're not consulting. So we have a people that is very concerned with the process of governance. They are very engaged by the political parties and in the electorate, partisan, we call them their special interest groups, and the Y2K and the G2K and the young PMPYO. There's a great mobilization. So we have historically created something that is beautiful. How does we make it benefit the people who it purports to be about? That is what I am alluding to with my direction of thought. That if we have such a great developed political system, can we truly let it be sociable, practical, and applicable to our ambition?
Again, it just needs good.
The big question is how? How do we get there?
Right.
Going off of what has already been, what Marley tells us, understanding collective security for surety. Political violence in our city is a serious thing. State of emergency in the 70s, the gun culture coming in through the political parties, a face-off, major political ideologies in the world facing off right here in Jamaica. It is the grand clash of titans. Strong-willed people, we are ready. We don't bow easy, our heart off. I will go out strong as we came. So, again, blessings to the minds who are discerning enough to know that as African people in the West, self-identity comes with an awareness that we have a structure that governed us, and we did take care of ourselves, and we can take care of ourselves, even in the new age.
We just need to dig into the history before the 16th century.
True.
That's it. Just read, watch videos, educate yourself.
Yeah, that is the new age. Education. So we just want to send big shout outs to all our listeners on MediaZone.com. If you just joined us, you've missed practically the whole flow, but we have it on rebroadcast, so you can catch us again on the flow. This has been our view, Anya and Sage. We just have vibe on the flow on the politics and the political issues in our culture. I don't know Jamaica, we have some things happening. So I want to give thanks to the local production crew, DJ Mario, to Yolande, Well, I'm saying, no, respect to the man pride, the whole TV. The Tree of Life, we're streaming Tree of Life on the stream. So you can check us out and check out some reruns as well too, because we know that some videos up. So, Anya, closing preamble, outro.
Oh, that was my outro. Educate yourselves, watch the videos, and read books, yes.
I just say people, as you consider sitting in your own corners, in your sweet corner in the world, this year at some point there will be an election, or early next year. As we get ourselves to the elections and to the election process, let us remember that we are a collective people. Gather together outside of the political structure. Talk about your issues. Civil society. Get more organized. Regional sister on the corner. Stop talking about say who said in front of you speak English and you talk patois. Get out of the ignorance of thinking it's a patois means say you're not intelligent or that English means that you are intelligent. It's a mind game. Don't play those mind games. It's the same bloody mind games that are causing a lot of these issues. So, DJ Mario, press that button, take us out of here.